My friends, listen until the end of this episode to hear a big announcement. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the Boston Art Podcast. I am Brian Huntress.
I'm Theodora Earthworms.
And this is the episode.
Woo!
The sky is pink. The sun is setting.
Rooftop swimming pools. I'm not carefree, no, I'm free to care. I just never do. All my bags are checked and the reasons why. Yesterday lingers on. That's the piece you keep when you say goodbye.
Was that William Blake?
No, it was Monsters of Folk. I forget.
So
I think that's the album.
yeah, wasn't that like some weird
compilation of folk artists from like 2009.
Okay.
Sorry,
I know that
I don't know
Connor
why I brought
Oberst
that up.
was affiliated with that somehow.
Yeah, hold on, let me look it up. I
Alright.
loved that song. It was on my iPod Shuffle.
What did I say that reminded you of that?
You said roofs are pink. Oh, skies are pink.
Skies are pink.
That's the first line.
Well, it's September now. We haven't recorded an episode where we just acknowledge the current state of our lives in the world.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a little bit. We've been doing some heavy interviews. What
It's
were you gonna
Ahead
say?
of the Curve by Monsters of Folk, which is apparently a band, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was like a super group of like indie folk artists.
I guess it is. Monsters of Folk. It's consisting of Jim James from My Morning Jacket, Connor Oberst and Mike Mogus from Bright Eyes, Will Johnson from Centromatic, and M. Ward, half of She and Him, and a solo artist.
So is it that big of a super group? I mean, I don't know. Doesn't
My
seem
Morning
very
Jacket.
super to me. Never heard of them.
You never heard of My Morning Jacket?
I actually haven't.
You know that stop animation YouTube video with the socks?
Mm.
The couple, they're like swimming in a bed, but it's actually just like a photo from their ceiling taken of them like moving around in the bed. This is stop motion.
I have no clue.
These little fish. Little fish are socks.
I might have missed this one.
Oh.
I have many memories of back when Pandora Radio was like the primary app to listen to music on.
Yeah.
I would go into the barn and put on the Bright Eyes Pandora radio station
Oh.
and paint to songs like I don't know, like First Day of My Life or like some stupid shit by like Death Cab
Yeah.
or something, and I felt very like
I love Death Cab.
very like artistic and smart and peaceful, being in the barn and painting these shit paintings, shit ass idiot paintings.
I used to listen to Death Cab and draw. My beat at that time though, because I'm a couple of years younger than you, just a little bit, was punk versions of Disney princesses in graphite pencil. That's what I was doing when I was listening to Death Cab.
Punk versions of princesses. Nice. Kind of reminds me of BuzzFeed.
Yeah. I was 12, but...
Right. So
Or
this is a
maybe
bit
11.
of a... I don't think I was painting in the barn when you were 12. Because I was like 14 when you were 12.
Oh, so when were you painting in the barn?
When I was
Like
like
17?
When I was like 19.
So I was 15?
When I was
No, I
19.
was 16 when you were 19, right?
You were probably 17.
17. How old are you?
Aren't we like 2 years apart?
We're like... Yeah.
I'm 26 now. I will be 27 in November.
We're like 2 years and 3 months, I think. Because I'm 25.
Okay.
My birthday's in August. So yeah.
I don't.
So
I
if you were
didn't-
19, I would have been 17.
Okay. Now that we have that out of the way, welcome to McDonald's Run, the episode part 2.
Yeah.
But it looks like the McDonald's lights are all off.
No, it's not. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, there are cars there.
I hate when they do that. How
Yeah.
dare they close when I'm hungry?
Man, the weather is very beautiful right now because it's like that cool autumn air, that September air, but it's also the sun is setting very early because the seasons have
early.
changed.
That took me by surprise. Even though I've grown up here my whole life, it getting dark by 6:30 is not something that I think I'll ever get used to.
Yeah. Wait till it starts happening at fucking like 4 4:15 or 4 fucking whatever.
Oh, the drive-thru line wraps all the way around right now.
It's a little busy. It's that dinner rush. It's that dinner rush for the homies here at McDonald's.
We're running late.
We're running a little late. What do you think? Should we maybe abandon this venture, go up to the highway, hit Wendy's?
No.
You don't like Wendy's?
I don't like Wendy's, but how long could this take? It's McDonald's, right? Like, everything's pre-made already.
It is what it is. I guess it'll go. I don't fucking. It'll be okay. This is a low energy episode, isn't it?
It is. We have plenty of time.
Better.
It's we're gonna get to Plymouth with 20 minutes to spare. Plymouth is not that big. I can pick up my brother and his friend. And then we can go to the movies. We might miss the previews, but we'll be fine.
Going to see a movie.
I want to see a movie. Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired.
You know what I really like about fall?
What do you like about fall?
I feel like I was reading something that said that part of the reason why people love fall, at least in like America anyway, is because there's so many fall-based traditions. Like, I always think about school starting. It makes me feel like I'm excited about stuff, but I also forget that there's a lot of fall holidays. People tend to kind of, like, your traveling and stuff usually ends when the summer ends for the most part. People tend to be inside the house more. People do cleaning because it's fall
Fucking
time.
apple picking.
Apple picking.
Wearing flannels.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's
taking pictures of,
coming.
like, babies and shit.
Yeah. It's
Bye.
like blanket weather, sock weather.
Yeah.
Like, there's routines that are culturally ingrained in us that we expect, and that repetition is comforting.
I would go get some pumpkin spice because I love that shit, but I only get coffee at Dunk's because I'm trash. And I'm also lactose intolerant now, you know, as of the last few years. So I can't get that pumpkin spice swirl.
How long have you been lactose intolerant?
Good question. I developed my lactose intolerance as a result of my thyroid disease. I started having really bad stomach problems probably in like 2016. But I didn't accept it that I couldn't eat dairy until like 2019. And even at that point, I would just basically self-harm by eating pizza sometimes. And now, you would have to, like, put a gun to my head to get me to eat pizza. Even though I love it. I could be dying on a deserted island and I wouldn't eat pizza.
Yeah.
I love pizza so fucking much. It makes my mouth water when I smell it. It's one of the best foods in the world. But I know that I will be like sweating, my skin will sting, and I'll feel greasy and like shit, and my stomach will hurt, and and I'll have this poison taste in my mouth. That's what officially started. That's what officially made me stop all dairy. Was if I drank even cream in my coffee, the coffee would taste like that's like someone poisoned me. Like it tasted like I was eating a pill.
I think we should go to Veggie Galaxy. Because they have...
Yeah, they're fine.
They're all vegan.
That's cool. I mean, I'm not my life these days without cheese is all right. I don't really care. I'm team almond milk. You know?
They have vegan pizza, though.
Oh, that's why you said that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll try a vegan pizza. That's probably good. That's fine.
Okay.
Am I being negative? I'm just sitting here giving this like detailed account of my gross lactose intolerance. This is great content, probably. Who the fuck wants to hear me talk about this?
A lot of people want to hear us talk about shit. I don't know.
At least a handful. At least a couple of them.
I really like not looking at our metrics at all, so I have no idea how many it is, and then just hoping that it's a lot.
I've been avoiding them. The
I think
analytics.
it's better to not know. I don't like to feel analyzed.
I check every once in a while, but
I think it would only be interesting if it was like... Do you remember that Facebook hack you used to be able to do where you could find out who had viewed your profile?
No, I don't remember that.
My mom taught me how to do that. There was a way that you could like... It was like you could go into the, like, HTML of your profile and see the visit history. I don't know if it was real, but she used to do it a lot when I was in high school. She taught me and my friends how to do it. And, I wish that... Anyway, I was going to say I wish that the podcast analytics were like that, so I could see who specifically was listening.
What
because
Spotify
if I don't,
accounts?
Yeah, I don't care what, like, continent people are listening from. Like, that's not going to tell me anything, you know? I want to know specifically who listens and what they think.
But it is always interesting just imagining just some random fucking person in, like, Germany listening to this. Like, what could they possibly be getting out of this?
We're funny and
Hanging
cool.
out in, like, a suburb of fucking Hamburg, Germany. Fucking eating a schnitzel and listening to us talk about being lactose intolerant.
I'm not lactose intolerant.
Oh, yeah, that's
Fuck
true.
you.
What is a schnitzel? Is that, like, meat on a stick?
So,
Is it
the
like a
only
shish kebab?
time that I've encountered the word schnitzel is from, Hoodwinked.
I was just thinking about hoodwinked when I said it as well.
The schnitzel steak.
Yeah, hoodwinked. Oh, man.
This is probably cringe content.
Is this cringe?
Cringe for whoever is listening to us from Germany.
Fuck them. We don't care about Germany, really.
I'm really upset about this line right now.
I'd like to make a public apology to the Germany community.
The Germany community? You mean Germans? Like German people?
No, the Germany online community.
I'm very stressed.
Yeah, our time situation plus our food situation. I'm also not excited to order my McDonald's on the podcast. I feel like people will judge me. But it's okay. We'll deal.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. I want a filet of fish meal with a Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Damn dog.
What can I get for you?
Hello. Could I have a filet of fish meal, medium with a Dr. Pepper?
Anything else?
Yes. Could I also get a number... Oh, could I just get 2 hamburgers, double hamburgers, a small fry, and a small Sprite?
Fish fillet meal, double cheeseburger, small fry, and what else?
No, it was actually 2 double hamburgers,
Oh, yep.
so no cheese.
Two double hamburgers, small fried fish fillet meal.
Oh, and a small Sprite.
Small Sprite.
Yes, please.
Anything else?
That is all. Thank you.
For Sunday.
You know, if you do the math on, like, my order and whether or not my
The method doesn't work.
yeah, it used to work back when like a double hamburger was still $1. But now that it's like $2 and like 60 cents or something, it makes my idiot menu concoction cost possibly a few cents more than just getting a meal. But when I get the thing, you know, like, I'll get a number 3, I feel like bad about myself.
Why? Because you're used to saving money by doing it not through the menu?
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, my philosophy is just fucking spend money.
Just fucking spend.
Just fuck it, I don't know. Never mind, I don't want to talk about this.
Were you going to talk about money?
Yeah, but then I decided I don't want to.
All right.
That also goes with my philosophy. You know the Try Guys?
Oh yeah, the Try Guys.
Have you been on the internet today?
Yeah. I've heard about the beef. For those who don't know, the Try Guys were used to be viral Facebook video. Why do I give a fuck about this?
I don't know anything about them, but I know one of them cheated on his wife.
One of them allegedly cheated on his wife. Not great.
Yeah, my
You
whole
want to avoid.
TikTok is
You want
about
to
it.
avoid that. You want to avoid being the guy who does it, and you want to avoid being the person who has been transgressed against at all costs. You don't want to be. You really want to avoid being any party.
Yeah.
In that situation.
It's really interesting because my TikTok and my Facebook timeline have been flooded with Try Guys content all of a sudden. And I've never given a fuck about any of them.
They were like, they were basically just, I'm pretty sure it started as like a BuzzFeed like video content, like satellite thing.
Yeah.
Or they used to be journalists for BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but they were like 8 million view posts daily on like Facebook back in like 2015.
Well, you know who I feel like is having a very bad day right now? Is John Mulaney, who keeps getting brought up in the discourse about the Try Guys.
Did he have an affair?
Are you?
Well, I know that he had a kind of scandalous situation with a new wife, then he had a kid or whatever, but I didn't know if he had broken up with his wife and then started dating a new person, or did...
No, he cheated on his wife with her and got her pregnant and then married her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the...
Whoop.
The discourse that I've been seeing has been a bunch of people just talking about people who make a big part of their public image being how much they love their wives and then cheating on them publicly. And he keeps getting brought up now. And I'm like, damn, that must be kind of awkward at this point.
I think it's like a pretty weird brand to be the guy that loves his wife. Like, it's one thing to just be a regular person and you love your wife and you always talk about your wife, but if you're in the land of branding and shit,
and that's your like
yeah, and you choose that, it's like being a
like
family
a nice guy.
YouTuber.
Yeah, it is, but like
Should I
without the
pay?
baby.
You can. Fish fillet meal, 2 double hamburgers, and a small fry.
Exactly.
1975. 1975 with the band?
Just like the band, yeah.
Nice.
You know,
Fuck yeah.
I liked them.
I did too.
I thought they were pretty cool when they were popping a few years ago. Thank you. Have a great night.
I was just gonna say that I really like Sweater Weather, but that wasn't.
It wasn't them, yeah. Who was that? What's the name?
Neighborhood.
The Neighborhood, right? Or Neighborhood.
Whatever.
Man, I fucking loved that iteration of like indie pop.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I could go back in time to the fall of 2016, that was a pretty good fucking fall.
Interesting
music
that you
and
associate
aesthetics.
that with 2016.
Maybe it didn't come out in 2016, but I do. Like the orange sweaters.
Double cheese, medium fries, small fries.
It was a double hamburger with no cheese, or 2 of them.
Oh yeah, double hamburgers, 2 double hamburgers. Okay.
Baller.
Baller. But yeah, the orange sweaters, brown lipstick, gray beanie. Like.
Camera that you carry around with you and
Yeah.
take horrible fucking photos
Fuck
with.
yeah, dude.
Like really low quality.
Yeah.
Hold the recorder. Yeah, this draws.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm gonna just hope that there's no cheese
Oh, do you want me to check
in
them?
the food that I have purchased.
Sorry,
If there
I
is,
was
we're
dissociating.
getting back in line, and it's gonna be real.
Don't hit the pole, don't hit the pole, don't hit the pole.
All right.
You gotta stop
You
moving
didn't-
when
you
you're
didn't have
checking
to,
the... You're good.
You didn't have to yell at me. You didn't yell at me. It's fine.
I will yell you.
All right. So my food, I'll take, or you can hold the recorder. Well, give it to me. You need to eat your fillet of fish,
Yeah.
and any distractions will lead you to being hungry and sad.
There's too much trash in my passenger side foot place, and I'm having a conniption. They didn't melt my cheese.
Oh, update for anybody that doesn't know. I may have mentioned in the past that I have a giant hole in one of my teeth.
You definitely did on TikTok mention that.
Yeah, and it really fucking hurt. It was a big deal. Constantly food stuck in it. It was one of my molars. Really sucked for a long time there. And what ended up happening was the tooth fully decayed, and then it became infected real
Given
bad.
all the details in the story, huh?
Yeah, it was real unfortunate that it got infected. Then I had to make an emergency dentist appointment where they said, yeah, dog, the shit's infected. The nerve is fucked up. It's exposed. You got to get a root canal. So I was like, fuck. I don't know what that is, but it sounds fucking awful. Get the appointment for the root canal. yesterday, man. I'm sitting in that chair with my mouth clamped open, fucking dental dam in my mouth with this motherfucker. Yeah, that's what he called it. And yeah, dude, he had like a Dremel blasting against my tooth, like, and it was like there was tooth debris and tooth smoke.
Ugh, tooth smoke
coming out of my mouth and going into my nose, and and I mentioned that it smelled like burning bones. And yesterday, and you were like, "What? Why do you know what burning bones smells like?" And it's because years ago I was a victim of the bone art trend, where everyone was trying to make bone art and skull-themed wall hangings to sell at markets to people who kind of like steampunk. And
hey, was that in the fall of 2016?
It literally was.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It really was in the fall of 2016. So that's how I know what burned bone smells like, because I'm an idiot. And
I'm gonna throw a fall of 2016 party. Sorry, go on.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, that's gonna be our housewarming party when we get an apartment.
So with that being said, I got my root canal yesterday.
Fuck yeah.
Very, very painful. Very, very awful.
Fuck no.
And I haven't gotten the crown yet. I get the crown tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
But because of this gap in my dental treatment, the back tooth that got the root canal is in horrible fucking pain, which is making me have to chew very carefully. Sometimes even when no contact happens to the tooth, it just fucking hurts. Oh, what happened? Oh, you got a little bit of something on your shirt?
It's still fucking tartar sauce on my sweater, bro.
But yeah, so eating real bad.
Damn, that sucks, bro.
Really hurts, and
You're in a much better situation than you were last week, though. I'm glad for you that you got that root canal.
yeah, I don't have a rotten tooth anymore.
That's a good thing.
No more infected tooth.
Yeah, I want to avoid that.
That's my first tooth infection I've ever had.
Let's hope it's your last.
Oh yeah. Me and my dad bonded over it because he's had many rotten teeth. His teeth used to be like black and brown when I was a kid.
I'm sure he'd love you saying that.
Like his whole mouth looked like I used to, like when I was very young, too young to understand any logic whatsoever, I thought he was a pirate. I associated my dad as a pirate. That wasn't very long lasting though, because
He's not a pirate.
I learned that pirates aren't real.
Pirates are real. They just don't look
Actually,
like
they're completely fucking
Yeah,
real.
they're real.
Pirates are problematically real.
I just saw your
It's
brother
actually,
through the window.
it might be an issue. Did he see you?
No, he was in the kitchen.
We just drove by my place of residence. We're in Halifax, by the way. Just kidding, I'm throwing off the people trying to track my location.
Oh yeah, just in case they're wondering. Because you never tell anybody what town you live in.
Whoa, they finished that window into that church, dude.
Oh shit, hasn't that been like boarded up?
Yeah,
long time?
that was beautiful. I can see, oh my god, they got all new windows in that bitch. That's a beautiful church, man. It's been dilapidated for a long time. It's good to see them fixing it up.
You know what else is going on with the fall right now?
What's that?
My fucking lips have been chapped all day. I don't know where any of my chapstick is because last week it was hot out.
Oh. Hey, can you hit me with a straw? You want to put a straw in my... I got the straw. I'm going to do it one-handed. Or could you please put a straw in my drink?
You didn't see my joke.
I missed it. You hit me with the straw. Oh. Okay.
Ha 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 ha. It was funny because I physically hit you with it.
I felt it.
Well, I didn't know if the listener knew.
Okay.
Just so they can be in on it.
Okay.
Here, where's your drink?
Yeah, whichever one.
They're different drinks though.
Yeah, but you can easily identify which one is yours.
But I don't want to drink a Sprite.
Yeah, well, Sprite and Dr. Pepper have striking differences
That's
in their
the problem.
visual appearance.
I don't want to sip of your Sprite.
I'm a McDonald's Sprite drinker. I know that McDonald's Sprite has like a very low reputation as being like some type of weird demonic potion.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of that shit, man. Maybe that's why my tooth is fucking rotten, because I would been slamming this fucking gross demon water. Do you think we should make mukbang content?
No.
Is that what we're doing right now?
Maybe we do that a little bit. That'd be
Should
really
we
funny.
call this episode Audio Mukbang 1?
I'm gonna make a mukbang category on our blog.
Audio Mukbang 1.
Imagine just having a mukbang blog. You just like type it.
It's just a visual, like it's like live tweet mukbang. Anyway, are my fries in the bag?
Yeah.
Wanna hit me with that bag of fries? Thank you. You did it again. You hit me with them.
It was gentle. It was more of a tap.
Yeah, it was just a little tap.
I didn't want to spill them.
I heard recently that McDonald's fries have more calories than any other McDonald's food.
Because they're soaked in oil.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So it's probably not great to eat them.
I don't give a fuck.
Probably bad for me.
I do probably need to start taking better care of my body. I feel like I eat pretty decently sometimes.
You know how people say, like, you should treat yourself as if you are someone that you're taking care of?
Yeah, that mentality has helped me through a lot
But
of
check
hard
this
times.
out, though. If you were responsible financially and for every, like, thing, like, you were completely responsible for another adult, I'd probably buy that person McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd be like, fuck, man, like, I don't have time to get money right now, or to get groceries right now.
What if they were a kid?
See, that's different. I probably wouldn't want to feed a kid McDonald's all the time
You're
because...
supposed to imagine that you're feeding your inner child.
Oh. I'm just imagining, like, some asshole
There's some guy
in my back
with
seat,
no job.
perfectly capable of taking care of himself, but needs me to do it for some fucking reason. So I'm just like, you know what? Since you put yourself here, I'm going to buy you McDonald's. And you can go fuck yourself if you don't like it, because you are a random freeloader that has been assigned to me by the cosmic fucking
I feel like no matter
arrangement of the world.
like what the context is or what the hypothetical is, your first like impression of the situation is always something so fucked up.
What?
It's just like a twisted version of whatever it is that is actually happening or that is being proposed.
I just twist up hypotheticals to suit me.
No, not like with intent. It's just what you expect of the scenario. I feel like this has happened
My
before.
mom said that to me one time.
Really?
Something like that.
The exact same thing I just said.
I said to her that taxes are just fees you have to pay to not get arrested or something like that. Like, I was like, why do I have to pay the excise tax to town hall just to have a car? And I was like, it's basically just me giving them money so I don't get arrested.
And she said, Brian, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, and it's like, when I say that right now, I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I completely disagree with that.
I kind of agree with it.
I don't know.
Point. What does excise mean?
I think excise means tax.
It's a tax?
Yeah.
Fucking
Exactly.
whatever, dude.
Well, I don't know what the fuck it means at all.
Tea in the harbor.
I just know
Now.
Yeah. Welcome to the Libertarian Podcast. Just kidding. Not really.
Too hot.
Too hot!
I'm just kidding.
Move on.
Move on.
You know what's funny is that real shows, like real talk shows that are unscripted,
Yeah.
that are like high budget, will typically have... Yo, look at that person's license plate. It says 222.
222, like angel numbers? That's probably why.
Huh. Oh, well.
Maybe 222 was taken.
Anyway. Shows...
What the fuck? You tricked me.
How the fuck did I trick you?
You have a small Sprite, and I have a large... You
What
put
the-
it in the cup holder with something else in it, so it looks like it's the large, because it was just high up, but it was the small.
How do you, like, can you imagine? I can't even imagine that you really believe what you just said. Because how on earth could I have orchestrated that without even looking or knowing what's in the cup holder while driving at nighttime?
You fucking tricked me.
I gotta roll the window up.
You're trying to poison me with Sprite from McDonald's.
Oh, but as I was saying, you know, the idea of something being like, oh, too hot, move on. Like, this is like too tense to
Yeah.
talk about on this keep it light
Yeah.
style talk show. Would typically have a producer there, off screen, off mic, that would signal to the hosts like, yo,
Change the subject.
move off of this. move off of this weird situation. Like, hey man, this singer-songwriter, maybe they shouldn't be talking about the Israeli-Palestine conflict. Let's keep it light. You know, maybe we shouldn't be talking about imperial colonialism right now with this like restaurant owner from Lowell. Anyway, unless, I don't know, I'm just kidding.
I have a lot to say about that. We're gonna keep it light.
Keep it light, keep it light. We don't know why we're keeping it light, but we just feel like we're
just
gonna
in
keep it
case,
light.
you know, it doesn't hurt. Well, it depends. I don't know.
We're our own producers.
Yeah.
And if we get bigger and more money and the production starts to grow, we will eventually have to have a producer probably.
Ew.
That producer might not have any power.
Yeah, what's the point of them then?
They would be like an engineer and an organizer and somebody that helped curate the show essentially. I think that would be
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to do that right now, I'll tell people that you're my intern.
See,
You can put that on a resume, probably.
the thing is though, there is a reason that we can't do that right now, and it's because the production has no money in it and it's so hard to make, and we never make it at the same time or in the same place or with the same equipment.
Oh yeah, we need that person to know that we're...
So like it needs to
doing
be we are still in an embryonic place, you know what I mean, in terms of the show's production, which I believe makes it so that kind of has to be self-produced
If the show...
for the time being.
If the show was a human being, it would still only be 2 years old.
Yeah, there's no dog years type situations
Yeah.
with podcasts.
With podcasts. I had a really funny moment the other day. I don't know if this is true. And I could probably say this. I feel like there's enough information missing from my work bio for this to be like vague. But I overheard a conversation at work that leads me to believe that one of my managers has a secret podcast. I'm not in a position where I could ask, but I thought it was funny because I get so nervous about my managers hearing my podcast and like thinking something about it. Just like the fact that they might be listening is like freaky to me. So the fact that they might also have a secret podcast was like, I was like, huh.
It's probably like a Homestuck like literary breakdown podcast.
Oh my god, I would love that. I don't think it is though.
You know what I kind of want to do?
What?
I probably won't do this, but I'm just gonna float this idea here on the.
Your wrapper right next
I'm
to the
fucking crinkling it next to the mic. This is a mukbang.
All right. That's not what that is. But okay.
This is ASMR mukbang.
ASMR mukbang.
That's definitely a thing.
Oh yeah, I think Trisha Paytas does those. Maybe not the mukbang part, but she does an ASMR channel.
Trisha Paytas. Fuck was I just saying? I don't even know.
Oh no, I interrupted you before you said it.
It's all
My
good.
bad.
We'll
Sorry.
keep it light here.
Keeping
Speaking of keeping it light, I really would love to do a solo podcast analysis, a secular, non-academic analysis of Revelations, the Bible book.
Secular and non-academic. So what
Yeah,
lens would you be applying?
well, non-academic because I'm just some fucking asshole, not an academic. So if I said, this is an academic podcast about the book of Revelations, I would be like guaranteed to look like an idiot because I have no academic like theology experience at all.
But if you just went into it and said you're some guy, then you might say smart stuff.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
And it would be secular because I'm not religious and I don't really believe in God or anything like that. Not really interested in believing in gods or things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like the Bible because I'm fucked, apparently.
Do that. Make a little Bible podcast.
Wouldn't that be weird? Like, I just go over all of it
That'd be pretty cool.
and just talk about it, and I'm like, yeah, man, isn't this crazy that Satan was a 7-headed dragon with 10 horns on or something? I don't know.
That'd be neat. That'd be a crazy thing to accomplish, too.
Or imagine doing it for the fucking entire fucking Bible, and it was just like a 900 episode thing. That would suck so bad. Who the fuck would listen to that?
Somebody.
Probably not.
There's probably not that much content structured that way about the Bible. Like, there's a lot of people that I feel like read things from the Bible and like analyze the chapters and stuff and analyze the readings, but usually from a religious perspective.
Well, it's tough because it's almost always tradwife shit, right-wing shit, or just literally religious shit.
That's what I mean. I feel like there's kind of an appeal to like somebody just fucking talking about it.
That's true, I guess. So
Is
yeah.
this a trailer? Is this the pitch?
This is me, no prep, pitching it, soft pitching it to you.
To me? Like me do it too?
No, just... Oh, fuck. Ugh. I swallowed that weird. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Hold on. Sorry. That was gross. So, driving
if you
with...
choked while eating while driving, I think we both just died, because I had no idea what to do.
I've actually thought about this, and you know what the plan would be?
What?
I would use my last remaining moments of sentience to pull the car over, pull the hazards on, get out, run to your side of the car, and you would give me the Heimlich on the side of the road.
So, that's a good plan, except I don't know how to do the Heimlich.
Well, it sounds like you were the one lacking.
I know in theory. I did read one time about what to do if you're in a car and you're choking. Did you know that you can pull over, and if you like put all of your body weight, if you roll your window down and lean through the car window, you can put all of your body weight and like push your sternum up against the car door, and it would work like the Heimlich.
So
You could use a car to do that.
I learned about this one time in a previous CPR training that I did, and that's similar to there is a method of giving yourself the Heimlich with a chair.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I do know how the Heimlich works. I just don't feel confident. That's a lot of pressure.
Well, if somebody's fucking dying in front of you, that's as much pressure as can be. Like, that's the precipice
Yeah.
of death, and if you gotta fucking just know.
All right, fucking too hot. Too hot.
I'm talking about the precipice of death and the Heimlich.
Yeah. Like the. Oh my god.
Keep it light, guys.
Talking about you specifically choking
The
right now on the side of the road and me being the
seven-headed
only
dragons.
one. Yeah, what the
people dying.
fuck? Relax.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Chill out, Brian.
I'm in a permanent state of anxiety.
We were just talking about that.
Okay.
That loops us back to the beginning of the conversation.
Permanent state of anxiety. Got a root canal tooth with no crown, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Drinking devil juice.
Wait, so what did your mom say to you? She said that you...
She was just like, you just see things in the world. You just look at everything in a twisted way.
That's so funny.
She's like, you just see things that are normal and you make them sound twisted. Or something. She said something like that.
That's wicked funny.
That was a long time ago. I think that was probably the first time I paid the excise tax. Because
you were, like,
it was
18?
like, yeah, I was like 17 and just got a car for the first time.
That's so funny.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I have to fucking pay this?
Just so I don't go to jail.
I only spend my money on cigarettes and gas and guitar strings every 7 months.
Oh man.
Nah, probably way more than that on guitar strings, because back when I was 17 or 18, I was significantly less skilled at guitar. Like, I had way less music knowledge. So I was one of those guys that would just literally, like, basically abuse my instrument because I was strumming so hard.
Yeah.
And I used to break strings all the time, fuck up the intonation, constantly fuck up. Like, I used to just wreck guitars just because I sucked. I probably was so... It was probably terrible to listen to me play music back then.
Well,
but
that's how you learn.
I tried, man. That was the only thing in my life I took seriously for a number of years.
That's how you get through that stage, too.
Was just trying to be somebody, trying to be a popular folk punk musician online. That was it, man. That was the game.
I'm telling you, dude, if I could time travel back
What?
to...
What would you do?
the fall of 2016.
Yeah,
I don't even know why. It's not even like that was this particularly great year for me. Maybe it was. I
I
don't
think
remember.
fall of 2016, I still smoked cigarettes, hard as fuck. I had yellow hair that used to be green, and it turned yellow. I wore knitted sweaters all the time because that was very fashionable
Oh, yeah.
at the time. It's a Savers sweater back when sweaters at Savers still cost like $2.
Yeah. Jesus
Now they're
Christ.
like $18 or some, or probably not that much, but now they're like $7, which
It's
is
like
too much.
$12.
It's like too much.
$12.99 for a
It's
good
too
sweater.
much. This is a gross sweater that belonged to an old person that died in it, and their family donated it to Savers, and you're gonna charge me $13 for this fucking thing? For this? Yeah, but back then, man, I bought some beautiful ass sweaters. I
Yeah.
had one that was a sweater that had a landscape of a golf course embroidered into it,
Oh, fuck yeah.
and a little golfer guy hitting a
oh,
ball.
I have that.
Oh,
I
really?
stole that from you.
Oh, yeah, so it's still floating around, man.
Yeah, it's
but
in my closet.
that was one of my top shit sweaters. That was like the best one I had for a while. And it used to be way more baggy on me too, because it wasn't like shrunken yet.
I was gonna say, did it shrink? Because it's very thick now.
Oh, it fucking shrunk like a motherfucker.
Oh.
But yeah, that thing used to be fucking awesome, dude.
Dude, my favorite sweater, I was actually thinking about my favorite Saver sweater this morning, because I was wishing that I had it today. But I had this really chunky knit American Eagle sweater, and it was rainbow, and it was like, I don't know what the name of this like sweater print is, but you know, like the ski cabin look where it has like the triangles around the top.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was like that, but it was rainbow, and it had tan sleeves, like the from the wrist to it went down past my tops of my fingers, but that like bottom part and the bottom cuff on the waist and the cuff around the neck were tanned, but it had rainbow stripes on the rest of it and white triangles, and I fucking loved it. It was so big on me. It was like a triple XL men's. And when I moved to Boston and first started learning how to do my laundry, I didn't know how to wash laundry correctly, and I shrunk the shit out of it. And I don't actually know what happened to it. I think my ex stole it from me. But, yeah, that was my favorite sweater of all time. I was actually thinking today about trying to find it again online and just buy another one, because I miss it.
Damn. Back when I was like 17 or something, I was still at that kind of like embarrassing adolescent crossroads of you do your own laundry because you're like a grown teenager.
Yeah.
Oh shit, who's flashing their high beams at me? How about I fuck you up?
Oh my god.
I'll fucking kill you. Just kidding. Keep it light. Keep it light.
Keep in mind.
Keep it light.
They're flashing their high beams at you like there isn't a
Yeah,
car
like
in
what
front
are you
of
gonna do? Merge around me into more cars that are going fucking 60?
Probably. Have
Like-
you ever seen somebody do that?
like, shut
They're
the
doing
fuck
it. They're
up.
literally doing it.
Alright, bro. I hope you fucking hit the car in front of you.
Don't say shit like that.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Keep it light.
Brian.
Keep it light.
They really did that. They just went around you just so they could go behind this person. Are they gonna high beam them too?
Probably. It's okay. Let's move on from this. Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to invoke
Whose fucking
death
mom is that?
onto this person. Anyway. Oh yeah, but back when I was at that weird point
Yeah.
where you should be taking care of yourself, but your mom occasionally, intrusively, like, washes all of your clothes for you in some, like, really, like, uncomfortable, embarrassing way.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, I'm such a piece of shit because I should be doing this for myself.
Yeah.
But also I smell awful all the time and just smoke cigarettes all day and play guitar. So anyway, but yeah, I had this beautiful knitted sweater that was like I think it was literally a handmade sweater.
Oh.
And anyway, it was very nice. But yeah, dude, when that shit got dried by my mom, who was by all accounts helping me out, but you know, I was an embarrassing teenager. Yeah, it turned into like a baby sweater.
Oh, that sucks.
It turned into a child sweater. Like it was like the tiniest little, like it was
Yeah.
heartbreaking. I definitely just lied a little bit. I was probably like 19 when that happened. I was totally fucking lied.
So this was a
Didn't
year
happen when I
after
was
the
17.
excise tax conversation.
Probably around the same time. Even. I don't know.
Damn. When I was 19... Wow, actually, the year that I was 19 was 2016.
Oh, wow.
That was the fall, 2016.
That's probably why you're nostalgic about it.
That was, honestly, 2016 was a good fucking year for me. That was the last year of my high school friend group. I had been in a 2-year relationship that was very stable and happy. I had like a big group of friends that all really cared about each other, that known each other for a long time. I moved into my first apartment when I was 19, and it was going really well. I had 2 jobs and I was in school and I loved all of it. I was just tired a lot. I got my first therapist that year. There was a lot of stuff that went pretty well for me, honestly. And it was also the last year that I went trick-or-treating.
And you probably wore little knitted beanies.
I used to have 2 separate wardrobes because I had like an identity crisis about working at a bank and being a normal person. So I had like little cardigans and like collared shirts that I would wear during the day, and then at night I would wear beanies and sweaters.
If you only knew that you would be doing that again in like a few years down the line.
I just had to stop back in on that lifestyle and see if I liked it or not. And then I wanted to die, so I decided to go back.
That makes sense that you did that though, because, you know, whatever reason, that was a part of your life that was kind of interrupted.
Yeah.
You didn't have much closure. So I think that maybe that recent part of your life,
yeah, just checking
with the
it
bank
out.
and the bank robbery, call back to a previous episode.
Yeah,
you realized that you do not want to progress into the field of finance, and
I mean, I kind of knew that I didn't want to do that, but I was like, what if it is an easy money route? Like, what if I could just make a shit ton of money? And then I was like, actually, I hate this.
the only easy money that exists is like
DoorDash.
Is like inheritance.
That's true.
Like, there really isn't any money that exists like that.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of working hard. And not in the sense of like...
You're a hard worker.
Well, I like working hard if it's something that I'm excited about. Like, I will obsessively work on a project for like 3 days in a row, nonstop, if I'm enjoying it.
I mean, like, and even to take a step down from that, like, even something that is like mid-level rewarding.
Yeah. If I believe in it and I'm making tangible progress.
Yeah. It's like, well, you know, this obviously isn't something I care about, but it was a job to do and I did it well.
Yeah.
I would say that's mid-level rewarding. High-level rewarding might be like selling a painting to a wealthy buyer.
Interesting.
My point ended. I lost my point.
Just so everyone knows, if you want to buy a painting from Brian, they will be very, very happy.
I'll be high-level rewarded in my brain.
Yeah, the fastest way for me to become a shitty employee is if I feel like what I'm doing is worthless. And that doesn't necessarily mean the task at hand.
And most of the time, it fucking probably is worthless. For most easy jobs to get, right?
Well, it kind of depends. Like, right now, like, I work like a retail job, basically. It's kind of complicated. I don't really want to...
Yeah, you don't have to get into it.
Yeah, it's a specialized...
It's a job.
...thing.
It's a good job.
But doing my job correctly is important to make sure that everything doesn't get fucked up. Like, if I didn't do my job correctly, there would be consequences to it. And even if it isn't a super important job, I like knowing that I can do it correctly and that people understand that I'm doing it correctly. That gives me a sense of worth. But if I have a job where it doesn't matter what I do or if I show up, or I'd be replaced immediately and nobody would miss me, like that kind of vibe, I don't appreciate.
Yeah,
and
fuck that.
I am like, something that I realized in finance really was that I didn't care about that job at all. It was important that I did it correctly, obviously, because I was a bank teller, but I didn't feel like anything I was doing mattered, and I felt a little bit lecherous even, like trying to sell people shit I didn't want to sell them. And I didn't feel proud of myself for doing any of it. It just felt like some shit that I had to do. So I started like...
resenting it?
Yeah, which led to self-sabotage of like being late all the time because I didn't want to get up and do it, and like just not... like doing the bare minimum basically. And I was like, you know what? It would be better for me just to literally quit and go do some other shit than to keep forcing myself to do this for no reason. And I decided that is my philosophy now.
You probably just touched somebody's heart and soul that's currently doing that right now.
If you are in a position where you would rather kill yourself than go to your job, just literally do anything else. Do anything else.
Do something besides that.
Yeah, unless you like have like a salary and like a baby or something, then I don't know.
Then you're fucked!
Sorry, I'm not the person to ask.
Sorry. Very sorry. Our condolences.
We are gonna have to wrap this up in the next few minutes because we are almost to our location.
Oh, but we had such a big announcement that I wanted to get to.
Oh, okay.
Should we?
Should we? We have a few seconds.
Maybe we could just briefly touch on it as a teaser, and a reward for those who listen to the whole episode.
Yeah. I like
but
that.
I'll keep it real. I'll keep the.
Keep it light,
I'm not gonna put an angle on it because we don't know what we're gonna do production wise yet. But we were invited by a curator at the esteemed institution known as the Museum of Fine Arts Boston to do a story on a new show that they have up where we were able to interview
curatorial team and some artists who have work in the show.
The curatorial team for the show, or a number of them, and some of the artists, as many of the artists are, probably dead or in a different place because there's some older artists as well. I wish I didn't say it like that.
All right.
I wish I didn't say it like that. That was kind of a clunky
the show
way to
is
put
up
it.
right now, just as a little sneak peek. It's called Touching Roots, Black Ancestral Legacies in the Americas.
Baller.
It's on the 3rd floor of the Art of the Americas, the MFA, and it's included in general admission. We're going to be talking about it a lot in the coming weeks, so if you want to check it out so you'll be in the loop, I highly advise doing that.
So motherfuckers, buckle up because you're going to learn a lot about some very interesting and at times very poignant things. I don't want to get into it too much because I want the content to speak for itself. Anywho, that's the end of this episode.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you for listening. We love you guys. We love to do this. We love this project. We're hyped up. We're fucking... I'm making it stupid. Sorry, I'm not trying to make it stupid. Anyway, guys.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for listening. Talk to you guys later. That's the show. Boston Art Podcast. Bye-bye.
Boston Art Podcast is an independent DIY production by Brian Huntress and Theodora Earthworms. The information contained in this episode represents the views and opinions of the original creators or our guests, and does not represent any institution, organization, or business. Find us on Instagram at Boston Art Podcast, and tune in for a new episode every Friday. Thank you for listening.